We realize that the cost of cyber crime probably will exceed $6 trillion worldwide. So there's really a need out there for companies, that are having issues to bolster their cybersecurity status.
Companies will have these meetings and, everyone will be in agreement and everyone will, be on board with how important of a priority it is. But then as long as there isn't a breach, sometime soon after that, it starts to drift to the back of people's minds. And that's a problem.
In our organization, we have about 130 employees. That's essentially 130 points of potential failure in your company as far as allowing somebody to infiltrate your network or obtain valuable information.
We literally had an incident that was ground shaking for us. So we immediately jumped on training and just kept pushing on training. And at that point, we started looking at, multi-factor authentications and harden network, IP addresses, removing default passwords, things like that.
Integrators are getting pressed for their cybersecurity credibility. If you don't do a good job communicating with your customer and being really careful about the information you're going to disclose to your customer, that customer has to be thinking, well, he's not going to be careful with my critical information as well.
It's going to revolve around not only how are we protecting our data and their data, but who do we have that's protecting data, right? And what's their certification? So I think you're going to start to see more of that training that's going to be needed by, the folks out in the field to be able to, demonstrate that, not only do I know how to put it in, but I know how to protect it as well.
Cybersecurity is like insurance. You have to have an insurance policy for protection, right? But you have to budget for that and so forth.
Really, in everything an integrator does, you really need to be demonstrating that you take cybersecurity very seriously. I think that's the focus here.
It's not you're not dealing with just if you're a security integrator, you're not dealing with just the security director anymore. You've got this gamut of folks who really could care less what the widget is. They want to know how you're going to do it and how you're going to put it in and what your capabilities are. Everything
you do should be showing the customers that you're very careful. Put yourself in the customer's shoes. They're vulnerable. If they contract your firm to work on their network, they need to trust you.
And we've actually had conversations with customers. No, you don't want to use that. You don't want to use that solution because of this, or we would recommend that you go this way because it's more secure. And they really appreciate that, right? And it really makes you sticky with the customer.
Reach out to who their InfoSec officer is and have those conversations and create that relationship, because it locks you into the customer.
If we sell it, it's secure. So I can't emphasize that enough. You should get your company to the point where you feel confident saying that.
Read as much as you can about cyber, read about what's going on in the world, read about what's happening, what's being taken place. The more equipped you are, the better that you know, and the better that you're informed, the better you're going to be for you and your customers.